Sir, I was wondering if you've received any messages from Captain Kaylor recently. I've not heard anything since the situation with Raidu. I'm a bit concerned, to be honest.
The less we hear from Kaylor, the better.
It's been nice to take my mind off his accusations, but I doubt he's given up yet. I attempted to contact him for my standard activity report, but I was told that he's out of the office on an important assignment. I can't help but wonder if I'm a part of that assignment. I don't look forward to finding out.
I know. I can't take my mind off you either.
I'll hope Kaylor's interests aren't quite the same as yours. We have enough to deal with as it is. I shouldn't be thinking about problems that may not exist. Sorry to trouble you, sir. Let's just get back to work.
I may have been wrong about you. Takes a lot to lead a squad like Havoc. Wasn't convinced you had it in you. Thought you were inexperienced, untested. But you've got good instincts. Turned out to be a first-class leader.
Wait, let me record this. I need proof.
Let's not make a big deal out of this. I'll admit, that business on Ord Mantell still irks me. But it landed me in the most elite squad in the Republic, under one of the finest commanders I've served with. So I can't complain too much.
Found our first customer, boss. An Alderaanian noble named Albrecht. He was in Tamagaran for quite a few credits. Once I work out the final details, it's all ours.
Let me know when everything's ready.
I've got a good feeling about this, boss. I think this might just be the best plan I've ever been part of. Long as we're not kicked out of the military, we'll do pretty well for ourselves.
What got you kicked out before?
I don't remember half the list of charges. You know me. Like to keep busy. The last straw was a protection racket I ran while I was stationed on Talay. It was really fun while it lasted. The plan only worked for a few weeks before someone whined to the higher-ups. I was the ringleader, so I took most of the heat.
Not easy being in charge, is it?
Nope. Glad I don't have to deal with that nonsense anymore. I'll let you know when everything's lined up. Then I'll go pay the noble Lord Albrecht a visit.
Major, now that you've reached our Voss outpost, let's begin your briefing. Voss was first discovered by the Empire. As always, the Imperials' first thought was invasion, but the Voss people repel them with ease. Apparently, their mystics can predict the future with complete precision. Word spread quickly, and gaining the Voss as allies has become a top Republic priority.
I don't believe in fortune-telling, General.
The galaxy is full of the unexplained, Major. The Jedi and Sith are proof enough of that. Our problem is with the strategy employed by the Republic's influential diplomat, Senator Evren. Evren is certain that the Empire will invade again, and he's withholding thousands of frontline troops to leap to Voss's defense. This cannot continue.
How can Havoc Squad free up those troops, General?
You can make their presence unnecessary. Unfortunately, Evren is a close friend of the Supreme Chancellor and has his complete confidence. Even I can't overrule him now. Our only alternative is for your team to demonstrably destroy any and all invasion vectors the Empire has left. Once Voss is safe, we can get our troops back.
The Imps could have dozens of plans in the works.
Then you must render every single one of them impossible. There's no other option. You'll begin by reporting to Senator Evren in his office in the alien enclave of Voss-Ka, the planet's mountain capital. Evren has agreed to talk, but he still holds all the cards, Major. Conduct yourself accordingly.
I've never failed you before, have I?
Still best to keep you informed of my expectations. Also, remember that Voss is neutral territory. Imperial personnel are just as welcome as we are, so make absolutely sure that your operations remain covert. Report back to me when the situation is dealt with. Garza out.
I need to get something off my chest. Our work is quite dangerous, and of course the future is always uncertain.
You're not still worried about Kaylor, are you?
No, it's not about that. I mean, that is the sort of thing I mean, but... no. I love you. We risk our lives every day. And I couldn't let another moment pass without telling you how much I love you.
I thought you were going to tell me something awful.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to trouble you. I got something for us. It took a great deal of research and quite a few holocalls to some very important people. Form 3578K officially authorizes us to pursue a mutual romantic relationship. I was hoping we could sign it together.
I'm happy to make it official.
Fantastic! Now then, since that's out of the way, I was thinking... That is, if you have the time.
The war can wait.
I hoped you would say that. My, so many reasons to love you. It's hard to pick. Let's go face the galaxy together.
Major, Captain Marshall, sir, 81st Infantry. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
It must be Senator Everin's reserves.
You mean the Vacation Brigade? That's what everyone's calling us, right?
Keep it down, Private. Sorry, Major. We heard a rumor you might be here to get us back into the field. Is that true?
War isn't fun, Captain. Be glad you aren't on the front lines.
With respect, sir, we've seen our share of fighting. It may not be fun, but it's our duty and we want to do our part. I won't hold you up any longer, sir. Good luck down there.
Ah, Major. Please, come in. Make yourself comfortable. I was just having dinner brought in. Would you care to join me? I understand it's being paired with an excellent Chandlerland wine.
Soldier never turns down a meal, Senator.
Fantastic. I haven't dined with a soldier since the Senate Gala some years back, when Supreme Commander Rands was seated at our table. Yes. I learned to be very careful when greeting the Ugnaught ambassador. But it always pays to be careful. Here on Voss, especially. That's my reservation with General Garza's plan. The Voss cannot view us as aggressors. The Empire must make the first move.
The first invasion didn't sway the Voss. What's another one gonna do?
The Imperials underestimated the Voss the first time. They won't repeat that mistake. If you believe you can completely destroy the Empire's ability to invade this planet without being discovered by Voss authorities, so be it. You'll work under my direct supervision, and I'll observe your activities through your armor cam. Cross any lines, and the mission ends. Is that clear?
My operations are top secret. Civilians can't participate.
The Supreme Chancellor has authorized me to supervise all Republic activity on Voss. There is no higher authority. Now, take a look at these reports from the SIS. An Imperial agent called Deadfall has landed on Voss. Deadfall's specialty is subterfuge. He sows confusion and chaos on a planet just before the Empire sends its invasion forces. His presence proves their intentions.
It's your party, Everin. Just tell me where to go.
The SIS believes Deadfall is hiding in a cave system at the foot of Voska. The coordinates are in the reports. I believe the best course of action is for you to search the caves for data, hopefully capturing Deadfall himself in the process. Agreed?
I've started ops with less to go on than this.
I have the SIS working non-stop. As soon as I have new information, I'll tell you. And remember, I'm watching.
I'm speechless. Is it always like that in the field? Is there always that much killing?
War is just a killing contest, Senator. And I like to win.
The leader of the Republic's finest is nothing but a bloodthirsty thug. How did we come to this? Enough. Let's just get on with the assignment. I have Agent Keller here from the SIS to assist us.
My team will take care of the heavy lifting, Major. Just flip the consoles on and we'll slice right in.
Don't move a finger. I've got you dead in my sights. I'll kill you where you stand.
You must be that guerrilla fighter I've heard so much about.
You aren't asking the questions here. I am.
This is your chance, Major. Take him into custody for questioning.
This isn't the time for a chat, Evren.
Agreed.
I don't plan on surrendering, do you?
Surrender isn't in my vocabulary, scum.
Then let's finish this.
Major, you were supposed to capture him alive. You were supposed to bring him in for questioning.
Some men never surrender.
Save your excuses. I'm not interested. Now, the consoles. Let's hope they even have half of the information Deadfall could have given us.
Got a hit. Multiple deliveries from Paul Blex. He's an arms smuggler here on Voss.
Blex must be smuggling weapons to the Empire. Blast. We've been watching the wrong ships.
What is Blex's location?
I'm forwarding the pickup coordinates from the imp files. Looks like a good place for Blex to be hiding out.
Go there and question him right away, Major. And I mean that. Don't just go in there shooting this time.
If I may add, sir, this area is also home to the Shrine of Healing. It is a sacred place in Voss culture and presents many diplomatic opportunities.
This doesn't really sound like my kind of place.
Nonsense. I'm told the structure is quite beautiful. Entering the Shrine of Healing requires the completion of a very dangerous series of trials. Few outsiders have ever gained entry. By completing the trials, you would further demonstrate to the Voss that we are worthy of their friendship.
I'll try, Koru, but the mission has to come first.
I leave the matter to your discretion, but your help would be invaluable. Also be warned that this area is one of many infested by the Gormak, a dangerous local race that has warred with the Voss for centuries. One of the locals, Suvarak, can tell you much more. Good luck.
I'm with Republic Special Forces. I need to speak to Paul Blex.
Bedwana ubi kilawata bonki donko podogaloda. Este nokaki.
Nuk marakanaja, kanimabam, yak manala. Nibaga kamka, gakam, glaknimu amagalak.
Let's talk about your other customers. I hear the imps are big buyers.
Anulebek, Nipan maya karaman eko. Naya naramkam, kala amka mani libikbak.
I won't tell the Imperials if you don't, Blex.
Nanunamga niyak. Akara kalam kara, nanayab oramang.
I work for a senator. He could get you what you need.
Laporam amka, mani nakak, nagnaya mamni kagram, kalam jiwa nimuk, pemgam yamanaya agam.
What kind of bomb? A ZR-57 orbital strike bomb?
Demkem naya nukan, jinnam nayam lak mege. Omogala apayayang. Nemala ima amak amga. Nulilak apa ja kagram. Amka nemnag nemnoa inuk.
Well, you handled that about as well as I could have asked for. Although I'm not looking forward to finding placement for Blex's goons.
Any ideas on where the imps could be hiding the goods?
Too early to say. Gotta run some numbers. Try and figure out where they'd go with tunneling equipment and a bomb.
You know the Imperials have a dangerous weapon. We need to act.
The Voss would never sanction an attack on Imperial holdings without ironclad proof. We would lose everything.
Just give us a bit of time. We'll get it for you.
In the meantime, I want you back in my office. An important diplomatic meeting is coming up, and Havoc Squad would make an excellent honor guard.
Havoc didn't come to Voss to waste time on your whims, Senator.
Major, I have the authority to cancel this operation at any time. Now hurry back.
Major, good. Just in time to start the meeting. I'll need you right over there.
I'm an officer in Special Forces, not a security guard.
Get over it. You should be glad to get a break. This meeting is critical. Gonsa, a representative of the Voss, has agreed to meet with myself and Lord Torius from the Empire. These meetings are a rare opportunity to impress the Voss. Just let me do the talking.
My CO is going to be very interested in how much of my time you wasted.
Garza is your boss, not mine. She can think whatever she likes.
Senator Everin, sir, your guests have arrived.
Ah, welcome, Gonsa. On behalf of the Galactic Republic, allow me to express what an honor it is to speak with you.
I will hear your words. Speak your offer.
Words are all that the Republic can offer, my friend. Unlike the Empire, they lack the strength to do anything more.
Such hostility, my lord. You see, Gonsa, the Empire doesn't respect anyone. Joining them would make your people nothing more than slaves.
Pure slander. In the Empire, power is respected above all else. And the Voss are a powerful people, worthy of high regard, Gonsa.
We have thrived alone for millennia. Why join anyone?
The Republic can protect you from conquerors like the Empire.
We have defended Voss alone. You are not persuasive.
Gonsa, problems have developed. You are required.
Problems? My friend, please, allow the Republic to help you however we can. Let us prove our worth.
Yes. The soldier, you will help.
How can I be of assistance, sir?
Voss commandos are trapped in Gormak territory. A rescue.
Of course. Proceed to the commando's coordinates, Major. There isn't a moment to lose.
You're really pushing me, Senator.
I'll see that you are updated on your other assignment. Besides, this will be a simple operation for Havoc Squad.
Best of luck, Major. I hope the mission goes as smoothly as Senator Everin believes it will. Come, men.
Senator?
That's quite far enough, Major. We have the rescue operation well in hand. Sadly for Havoc Squad, the challenge of the Gormak was simply too much. Your remains won't be recovered for some time. My condolences.
I'm here to rescue the Voss, not to fight you.
Yes, which is exactly why no one will know we had anything to do with your death. Men, open fire!
You arrive as predicted. We return alone.
What do you mean I arrived as predicted?
What I say. Now we leave.
Major, this is Senator Everin. We have a serious problem. Agent Keller's team discovered where the Empire is hiding their bomb, but not before being spotted by Imperial security. The team's speeder was damaged during their escape. They've crash-landed in the Darkheart, part of the Nightmare Lands. You have to get there right away.
These don't sound like very nice places.
They're not. Koru, tell him what you've learned.
The Nightmare Lands are no place for the unprepared. I've seen the reports. Severe psychological effects are common. You should speak with Talon Day, a Voss commando stationed in the area. He supposedly knows of a way to avoid or prevent these effects.
I don't know if I've been anywhere as strange as Voss.
Neither have I. It's certainly fascinating, but that doesn't lessen its dangers.
Go as fast as you can, Major. There isn't a moment to lose.
What? No! Get away from me! Stay back! I'll kill you! No, I'm sorry. Please help me. My head... Everything keeps spinning. I can't think straight.
You only survivor is insane. Perfect.
No, not crazy. They were crazy. I'm not crazy! My team. We crashed. We took shelter here, but they were plotting. Plotting behind their eyes. I had to do it. They would have killed me. If I hadn't killed them, they would have killed me!
Pull yourself together. I need the imp's location now.
What? The imps? My team? The mission? Take this. Take it! It has coordinates. The Imperials are there, tunneling. This will get you through the security door. Tell their families.
We better act on this intel before the imps relocate.
He's gone, isn't he? The whole team is gone. They were only supposed to observe. How could this happen?
We have the imp's location, sir. We need to strike now.
You're right, yes. Yes, you're right. I want you to go to those coordinates, Major. I want you to make the Imperials pay. Use all necessary force. Over and out.
Ah, Major. I rather suspected our paths might cross again, though not like this. I must give Senator Everin credit. Sending you here was a bolder move than I expected from him.
Didn't come here to chat.
No, I can feel your singular focus, your bloodthirsty determination. Don't you think it's odd that you're the only one trying to stop me? That the Voss haven't foreseen everything as they supposedly can? With this weapon buried beneath their capital, the Voss will have no choice but to submit. Clearly their abilities were no match for the power of the dark side.
Congratulations. You proved the crackpot aliens wrong.
Oh, their prophecies are real enough. I've merely circumvented them. Every detail of the operation was chosen at random from dozens of fully developed alternatives. With all possibilities equal, no single plot was foreseen. This operation has been a masterpiece of ingenuity. One that you have no place in. Guards, remove this filth.
I'm gonna enjoy taking you down.
You'll have to settle for a rapid death. Guards!
This is impossible. You aren't even human. You're no match for a Sith.
Looks like I'm more than a match.
Major?
You knew these guys were putting a bomb under your capital?
We knew. The mystic Kai Vey foresaw Lord Torius's actions, and yours. Voss is safe.
You knew about the threat, why didn't you do anything?
Kai Vey saw no need for help. Kai Vey comes to see this bomb. Its technology is unknown.
Give us the bomb for study. We will give weaponry in trade.
CR-57 is all yours.
Here, Voss commando equipment. The finest. You will go now.
Major, that was a 50 billion credit top secret weapon. Have you lost your mind?
Everyone loves getting presents. Voss are bound to like us now.
You can't be serious. I'd have you brought up for treason if I were willing to admit that it even happened. I don't know which is more unbelievable. You handing over that bomb, or the fact that after all that happened, the Voss still won't pick a side.
If those freaks want to burn, I say let them.
I'm not ready to give up yet. Our work must have left some impression. In any event, you've done your part. The Empire clearly won't be invading Voss again anytime soon. I'll never understand how someone like you could hold the rank and position you hold. But you and Garza can have your troops.
Enjoy wasting your time with the Voss, Everin.
Goodbye, Major.
Hello, Major. Our troops are already back on the move. More than one senior general is singing our praises at the moment. This is in sharp contrast to the numerous complaints I received from Senator Everin over the course of your mission. I'm no fan of Everin, But I wish you had done more to keep him satisfied. Our work is not done in a vacuum.
Nothing I did would have made Everin happy.
I'm sure something could have been done to make him less angry, at least. With more manpower on the ground to supplement our space forces, the tide of this campaign will finally turn in our favor. We're only a few steps away from General Racton himself. He'll have to commit his personal forces somewhere soon. When he does, you'll be there to strike.
I can't wait to finally meet Racton in person.
Neither can I. Unfortunately, a situation has developed in the Senate. A hearing to investigate Special Forces' recent activities. You've been called to testify.
I've spent more than enough time with senators, General.
Participation is not optional. Hurry back to Coruscant so we can get this over with. I'll give you more details when you arrive. Garza out.
I'm sorry. I don't know what Xavier Juna means. You have to hunt down the best hunter around? I hope you find what you're looking for. I'm sure that's very nice.
Just got off the holo with Torf. He asked me to thank you for getting him out of that labor camp. He's starting to see the danger the other Deadeyes are in. Anxious for us to find them.
We could use him when we rescue the rest of the Deadeyes.
SIS already has him tied up in debriefs. Pretty much exchanged one cell for another. It was a mistake to trust a snake like Zane, but Torf's heart was in the right place. I just hope this mistake doesn't get any of those men killed.
Everything's ready, boss. I've got Lord Albrecht's location on Alderaan and all of the files that prove the debt. I just have to walk in, show the files, act tough, and we can both become a little bit richer.
Richer is always better.
See you when I've got the credits. That was ridiculous. Turns out there's two Lord Albrechts. A father-son team. A crazy old man and stuck-up little punk team, really. Neither of them had a single credit, and both of them had promised to sell the guns to 3 different buyers apiece.
How did you deal with them?
It took a lot of wrangling, but I managed to get those 2 saps into the same room with all of their buyers. Then I lobbed a couple of grenades in. Most of the buyers' credits were still in one piece afterward, so I'm calling it a win.
Little blow-ups like that are bound to draw some attention, Vic.
I didn't use rep-issue frags. I'm not an amateur. Anybody who looks will figure it's another arms deal gone bad. Happens all the time. Let's hope the next rundown isn't so tough. The stress might ruin my looks.
Our opportunity has arrived, sir. We've received intelligence reports that Colonel Rebus is about to test his latest project. A secret proving ground has been established on Hoth. Security will be extensive, but nothing compared to Rebus's usual protection.
How long do we have to move on this?
We have no intelligence on the length of the testing process. I believe it would be best to act as quickly as possible. Neutralizing Colonel Rebus will devastate the Empire's weapons programs. Even I cannot calculate the number of lives that this mission could save. By robbing our enemies of their most despicable weapons, we will rob them of victory, ensuring freedom for generations to come. It was a trap, sir. Colonel Rebus was even more devious than I had expected.
Sounds like you underestimated your target.
I was not alone in the deception. The SIS also believed this was a genuine opportunity to strike. All of the hints and clues that led me to Rebus were fabricated. It was all a scheme to capture my power core. As soon as I defeated the last of the Imperial security teams and confronted Rebus, he activated a specially built device that overloaded my primary energy controls. I was frozen.
How did you manage to turn the tables on him?
As Rebus and his final few guards approached, I discovered that I still had control over a handful of secondary subsystems. By manipulating those systems, I was able to trigger a full emergency shutdown and a rear servo-lock, violently propelling me forward just as Rebus came to face me.
I guess that's one way to take someone down.
It was a desperate ploy, but it was successful. As I'd hoped, shutting down my power core caused Rebus's device to shut down as well. All systems were restored within 96 seconds. Rebus's surviving guards were still attempting to lift me off of him at the time, so I dealt with them and carried the Colonel back to base. Mission accomplished.
That's definitely one for the records, 4X.
With Rebus in custody, the entire galaxy is a safer place. It will be some time before I can locate an even more impressive target. As soon as I do, you'll be the first to know.
Sir, I'm afraid I need to request a brief leave of absence. It's Kaylor. He's attempting to exploit a loophole in Investigative Appeals Process subsection 4 in order to reopen his inquiry without new cause.
Exploiting the what in the what? Speak basic.
He's coming after me. Again. I'm not going to give Kaylor the time to carry his supposed investigation any further. I'm going to Coruscant. I have every message, every report, every call recorded. It's time to demonstrate to Kaylor's superiors exactly what his supposed service to the Republic has accomplished.
Knock him dead, Alara.
I intend to. I'll return as quickly as possible. Sir, I am ordered to report that I, Alara Dawn, personnel number 22795, am no longer classified as a person of concern. The Personnel Division of the Army of the Galactic Republic has declared that I am to be treated as a fully protected legal citizen, effective immediately.
It's about time we put this junk behind us.
I couldn't agree more. Kaylor never saw it coming. When I exercised my right under Service Code 1 to an immediate personnel hearing, he was literally speechless. I demonstrated documentation for every moment of his pointless investigation. Once the man-hours and expenditures were totaled, it came to thousands of credits wasted in wartime.
I assume Kaylor won't be working for Personnel Division anymore.
I'm not privy to his employment status, but I suspect you're right. I still can't believe this day has finally come. The suspicion, the reservations, the endless questions. They've been a part of my life for so long. But no more. I am a citizen of the Galactic Republic.
It must feel like you're starting a whole new life.
It does, and I have you to share it with. I've never felt prouder to be serving the Republic. Let's return to the front lines. I want to go back to doing my part.
Time to get this ship moving.
I'll prepare my equipment, sir.
General Garza, I hadn't expected you here, or Agent Balker.
The Senate situation is more complicated than I could explain via holo. I couldn't be certain my office wasn't being monitored. What I said before was accurate. The Senate has called a hearing to investigate the actions of Special Forces, Havoc Squad specifically. But what I couldn't say was that the senator behind these proceedings is actually an undercover agent for the Empire. The entire hearing is a sham.
This is all nonsense. Can I just leave?
This isn't a joking matter.
We have the evidence right here. His name's Zion. He represents a tiny little rock in the middle of some very profitable trade lanes.
With the help of Imperial intelligence, Senator Zion has slowly gained influence. Now he's turning that influence against us.
It's just another shot from dear old General Racton. Zion gets Havoc suspended. Racton gets the break he needs to turn the war back his way.
What's our move? Arrest Zion?
Not exactly. The military doesn't have that kind of authority, and detaining Zion would only fuel his accusations that we abuse our power. I want you to attend the hearing just as the Senate has asked. We can't risk him getting away. Go and conduct yourself respectfully. When it's your turn to speak, present the evidence the SIS has gathered. The Senate will have to investigate, and we'll be free to resume operations.
Do we have a backup plan in case the evidence isn't enough?
The evidence is indisputable. That won't be an issue. Remember, Senator Zion will do his best to paint you as a loose cannon. Don't do anything to prove him right. I'll be waiting in my office. Report back to me as soon as the hearing is complete. Dismissed.
Have fun, Major.
Welcome, Major. We appreciate you taking the time to come and respond to our concerns in person. Senator Zion, you may proceed.
Thank you. As many of you are aware, Havoc Squad is widely considered to be the finest infantry team in the Republic military. Their reputation earns them a great deal of leeway, so much that they have become a danger to the Republic itself. My friends and colleagues, what is it that Havoc Squad actually does, day in and day out? Disturbingly, almost no one knows for sure. We all remember the mysterious disappearance of Havoc Squad's previous commander. No doubt, a crime was committed and covered up. And that nonsense with the so-called Gauntlet superweapon, an astronomically expensive operation to destroy a science project whose danger was never substantially proven. And it was only after that reckless operation that the Empire attacked us with full force. Why wasn't the Senate consulted beforehand?
Are you really trying to put this entire conflict on our shoulders?
It isn't your turn to speak, Major. Please remain quiet until Senator Zion has completed his statement.
I will end with this simple fact. Since the war broke out, Havoc Squad hasn't made a single trip to the front lines. If all of the Republic's battles are being won and lost without the help of our best team, then it's time we made changes.
Thank you, Senator Zion. Major, if you'd like to make a response, you may begin now.
Senator Zion is a lying traitor, and I have proof. Here. Rock-solid evidence that Zion is taking bribes from Imperial agents.
This is outrageous. Are we really going to tolerate wild accusations like this?
The commander of Havoc Squad deserves more than to be dismissed out of hand.
Preposterous. I called this hearing to present facts, not paranoid delusions.
The imps paid you to shut us down. That's what this is about.
Please, let's all remain calm. I see no reason we couldn't delay these proceedings momentarily to evaluate this new evidence.
Guards, seal the area and allow no one to leave until we are prepared to reconvene. Senator Zion, in light of this evidence, I must order that you be detained by the Senate Guard pending charges for high treason.
But this is insane! I'm no traitor! Whatever you've seen, it must be a forgery, some kind of military conspiracy.
Please accept our apologies, Major. I hope you understand that you were called here with the best of intentions.
If you'll excuse me, then I need to return to duty immediately.
Of course, I see no further issues for discussion. Given the change in circumstances brought about by new evidence, I hereby adjourn this meeting immediately. Major, you're dismissed.
Major, Lieutenant Mai, I'm General Garza's new assistant. It's a real honor to meet you.
General Garza never said anything about a pretty new assistant.
Thank you very much, sir. She just appointed me. I'm very excited to be here. The General had to leave to deal with an urgent situation on Corellia. If you'd like, I can connect you with her via Holo.
We'll get to Garza in a minute. I want to know more about you.
Me, sir? I'm nobody special, just an officer from logistics. I've never done anything interesting like you. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Here, let me get the General for you.
Major, I understand our dilemma has been taken care of. Reports are already circulating about Zion's secondary income. Rakton could have buried us with this one. If the SIS hadn't come through, if you hadn't convinced the Senate to review their evidence, we would be finished. Well done.
Catching traitors is just standard operating procedure.
Hopefully, this will be the last traitor we have to deal with for a long while. Join me on Corellia as quickly as possible. General Racton has taken the field personally. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for.
What made you decide to go to Corellia yourself, General?
The battle for Corellia may determine the outcome of the entire war, Major. I must take a direct role in commanding our forces. Contact me when you arrive, and I'll give you a full briefing. Garza out.
General Racton? It sounds like you better hurry, Major. Good luck.